Yeah, hello again, it's Scott here. I've put a short video together for you to show you how to replace the PCV valve on your OM642 engine. That's the Mercedes-Chrysler 3 litre V6 turbo diesel, very common motor in those cars. Now the PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation valve, is a part that has a finite life. Generally lasts maybe 5, 6, 7 years. And eventually it will fail. So the symptoms are oil around the intercooler and the intercooler piping, and perhaps blowing smoke as well, loss of power. The turbo sucks really hard when you're accelerating heavily, and what happens with this valve, once it fails, you'll actually suck engine oil into the intake system. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to fix it. The PCV valve sits on top of the camshaft cover here, and what that does is it allows the crankcase gases to come through and into the intake. It gets sucked into the turbo there, gets pressurised, comes around this tube here, it goes down into the intercooler, and then it comes out. You can't see it, but it comes out on the other side and then into the engine. So when this turbocharger is sucking really hard, and if this valve is not working properly, it'll actually suck engine oil from inside the camshaft cover here into your intake, and that's no good. I've actually intercepted that tube and spliced in an oil catch can, and you remove it by undoing these 3 bolts, one there, one down there, and one down the back. You cut that cable tie and you pull that intake tube off. So let's get stuck into taking this valve off. Here's an ML320. We've just done the PC valve on this as well because it had failed. Okay, here's the new one that we'll put on in a moment, and this is the one I just took off. So the inlet to the valve, that pushes into the camshaft cover, and it's sealed with an O-ring. And what happens are the crankcase gases are coming through here into the body of the valve, and then they go out through the centre pipe, exit here, go into that intake pipe, and that enters the system just in front of the turbocharger. So the rubber diaphragm sits on the top here under the cap, and when the turbo is sucking, creates a low pressure area in here in the body, and then that obviously sucks the diaphragm down, and it seals on this centre rim here. So over time this rubber gets very hard and quite brittle, and you can see the groove that's been worn into here, and also it wasn't actually sealing properly, just there. And I also noticed that the rubber tends to get a bit sticky as well, and it was partially stuck to the inside of the cap. So it just meant that the whole thing wasn't actually operating freely and coming down and sealing against that centerpiece. Okay, let's put the new PCV valve on.